My name is Patricia Baker. I was diagnosed at the age of 45 in 1997. When I was first diagnosed, my doctor told me he was going to do a lumpectomy and he was going to do it in 3 days. It was then that I realized it's very important, if you don't feel you have all the information, to get a second opinion. That was the best decision I made for myself, because my whole world changed with my second opinion. My first doctor told me, this is what I'm going to do. My second opinion doctor said, here are your choices, here are your options. Let me know what you're going to do. So I chose to have a lumpectomy. I had chemotherapy, I had radiation, and a year later I was diagnosed with lymphedema. I realized during my cancer treatment, people kept telling me, you're so courageous, you're so courageous. And I really just kind of shunned them off because I didn't like hearing what they said. And I realized when I finished my treatment, I looked at my chemotherapy treatment and my cancer journey as a project, like at work, because that's how I was able to get through. I wasn't going to take the chemotherapy. I saw what it did to my mother, who had a different kind of cancer. But once I made the decision, I was going all the way with what I had to do. So once all the treatment was over, I just felt like I could breathe. It was like, I have a meeting for work, now I gotta go for chemo. See you, gotta go. And for me, that was how I was able to survive it without thinking about it. Once it was over, I began to acknowledge, hey, I was courageous. Look at what I did. By golly, this is great. I've always worked in positions where I'm the caretaker, I'm giving. And so I learned how to receive and let people come into my life, let people help me. I learned it's okay to let people in because they want to. I didn't have to pretend. I didn't have to mask when I didn't feel well, or when I did feel well. I just became somebody who could just breathe. And so it was really good for me, because cancer helped me find somebody who I didn't really look at when I would give to people. And I let people in my world. Even close people didn't really know me, but I let people come in and see me. And it was the best thing I did. And I'm still doing that. And it's like, what was the big deal? I don't know, because I know that was one of the best things I did for myself, is let people in my so-called private world. And I feel stronger for that now.
There are going to be a lot of women who are going to log on to this website, who are about to take the journey that you and I have taken, and they're afraid, and maybe they're even afraid to take the next step and have their cancer treated. What would you like to tell those women?
I'd like to tell women who are getting ready to face making decisions about the course of their cancer care that they do have decisions to make, they do have options. It's okay to be afraid, and it is scary, but once you make the decisions, you can get through it, because you are looking at somebody who's going to be celebrating 10 years in 1 month. And I never thought I would get to this point in my life where I feel just the joy and the peace. You can get through it, you can do it, and I'm living here to tell you it's okay. You will see a light. If you feel like you're in a tunnel of darkness, it's okay, because one day you're going to see that light. If you feel you're in some kind of darkness, it is overwhelming. You can cry. You won't feel good, but you will feel good one day. You will laugh, and it can happen while you're in treatment as well. And so it will be okay.